What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here. Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. That's it. Have me crushed.
Coin. You got any coin? I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My ma'am used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Nugs? Yes. They don't got much meat on them, but better than nothing. What for? You going to cook them up yourself? Then we're in... Yeah, I can find a nug for you. Could even get one from outside the city. Those ones in the deeps don't eat as much garbage. I don't know what they eat, but they always seem healthier, you know? Shiny coats, bright eyes. How much you giving me? Don't know. Give me some...
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezhda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dusttown. Help a poor criminal. You're as kind as... It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the Diamond Quarter, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezhda to fill? I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper. I don't know where you're from, but in Orzammar, casteless have... You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dusttown. Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to... The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place. If you have that kind of coin, Salrok, take yourself up to Tapster's, long as your face...
You got a crust of bread to spare?
Have you a coin to... It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today.
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout.
And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my... But no! I can't bear to even think of it! My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and... Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him. I cannot... The Shaper's... He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. I can't kill him because of an accident of birth. An accident I forced on him? You would do that? But why? Then I cannot... I do not...
It speaks. Different. Should I? Perhaps it expected me to have a booming voice. Recite limericks. I can recite limericks if it likes. I have never... Why? Has it met other golems? Did they not sound as I do? Did I say it was bad? I don't know what other golems might be like, but I am already superior by virtue of my free will. This is a good thing.
Let's get started.
Didn't get enough of the architectural beauty of Dusttown? It's pretty much as you see. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in dust. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're...
On it.
Well, if it isn't my new best friend. You make it to the tower yet? The whole circle? Gone? But that's who buys Lyria. The circle can't be gone. Boys!
Let's get started.
Maker preserve you.
Welcome to what we will never forget who made this possible.
To buy something, I hope. I want that stuff.
Let's get started.
What are you looking at, stranger? I could be. What business is it of yours? I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was one. What? You think she'd die just to keep that I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it? Look, just tell her... Oh, just tell her to come home.
Back so soon? The proving is not finished. What happened? That you spoke to him even after our... I assume you still intend to fight in the proving. Provings are how our ancestors show their judgment, pitting... I served under General... He's the king Orzammar needs, especially in a blight. Balin would call any fight a the usual. They're both unpredictable, and some of the best...
I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar? Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that. And subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you. Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branka. But I guess you're just like all the rest. Branka's a paragon. Only one smart enough to be raised in the last 4 generations. She's a smith. Invented some... It's been... I know, he wants it for himself, right? A little blessing from the ancients' technology, and he's assured the throne. Too little, too... I know both Harrowmont and Balin have been asking about her. 2 years without a peep. If you find out what they know, it... Sod off, Duster.
Beckons?
This should be easy enough.
Shale, why do you refer to me as the Elder Mage?
Clearly because it is purple, and a hyena.
Then you simply wish to be perverse?
Right. On it.
What can I do for you, Warden? Sir? What can I do for you, Warden?
On it.
We will make good use of what you have brought us, Warden.
As you wish.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes, Warden. What is it?
Let's get started.
I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar? I don't even... Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And we'll both have to try something else. I thought it was going to be a nice day. I actually thought he was the best. You must think I'm pretty sodding naive, huh? They're all the same. Well, I'll have to inform Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after...
Right.
Have you given any thought to your future, Shane?
I was thinking I might, join the Chantry, become divine, and have giant Andraste golems fashion.
I can't wait to watch Piotin fight. So accomplished.
Why would anyone...
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me? Nor I you, but it's pretty obvious who you're working for. So I take it you weren't sent here to find out if I withdrew from the Proving. In that case, never mind. Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other. I thought we were discreet, but she's married to a Desher's heir. He'd kill me if he knew. So I have to slink out of here like some worthless brand for fear Balin will tell the whole city. They have letters. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel. No. One of his fighters, a woman named Miyaja, she's the one who threatened to expose me. You do. If you can make sure, but you need...
Watch for Piotin Idukan. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the one. Name's... But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean. It's announced when the fight begins. Me? Are you out of your mind? I'm a miner, not a warrior. Sure. Any dispute brought to the Proving...
I can't wait to watch Piotin fight. So accomplished.
On it.
do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life. Years ago, I was assigned as... Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority. What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home. Time... I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. I expected too much. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was Oh, I dread to You cannot plant crop. Patience is what is needed. And I learned that Anarin ran away from the Circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove... He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery. And the Templars. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He wasn't. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and I should have... I failed. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish. The Templars are well trained. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher. And there it is.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
Or were you here to take part in the fight? Provings can all... This proving will honor King Endrin's memory, where his Miaja and Lukejan are twins from the warrior caste. Well, that's a surprise. Let me just put... Now, is there a particular name you wish listed? I'll just call you Grey War. Are you ready to start? Come back.
This deal was all their making, Warden. Technically, I haven't done anything wrong. We have no business. Unless you want to make a few coins. Not that I'm suggesting anything, but you're holding the prize now. I have a collector in mind. Who actually sells the item doesn't matter. It's your call. As always, I let people make their own decisions. Yes, well, I'll keep my... You
looking at something? Never understood why everyone... Prince Balin will be happy to hear I've flattened you into the dirt. Then stand down and let his... Prince Balin will plant his throne on your trampled corpse. You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before. Was. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow, I bet he did. It's not so... Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes. And where did you hear this that's more reliable than a member of the Assembly? I suppose there's nothing his lordship would do without consulting Dulin. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, maybe...
Find it a rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotically trained. In fact, a few were hoping you'd take part in some informal action. Say the word and I'll line up a team from one of the younger houses. They don't often get a chance. Unusual tactics. Understand that there's no concern for fairness here. Your battles will be hard won. We've got some young fight. Good job, Warden. You've earned a portion of the receipts. Let me know if you want to go.
On it.
Don't take it personally. Hana-shan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone. They're an order of female warriors, founded by Astith the Grey, a woman of the warrior... When no one listened to her words, Astith cut out her tongue and dedicated herself to train... The women who joined her order cut out their tongues in her honor. I am Ferinden. I serve as Hana-shan's trainer. As a Silent Sister, Hana-shan cut out her tongue like the... As you might imagine, she requires my services for more mundane tasks. The Silent Sisters support the sitting king. They are loyal servants to the Aedukans. May the ancestors... As you wish. You must be the Grey Warden.
They said the Warden's here to...
I guess we'll have to show what kind of tricks we learn in Orzammar.
We know.
But we don't like to
But the ancestors favored him in the ring, so he never saw... So don't even try.
Is that an accusation? It's illegal to threaten proving fighters outside the ring.
Not helping them keep their dirty secrets, though. That's another story.
Just tell Baisel.
Then you'll see them. On the...
Come on, Luke.
Didn't I say I need to concentrate? There's plenty of time to congratulate me after the fight. So you're... It's an honor. Really, they say on the service, they're the only ones who fight Darkspawn, and everyone hails them as heroes, and... are you taking recruits? Oh, well, maybe you could make a recommendation to your superiors. Really? I always wanted to.
Allow me. I could do that for you. Right away. I shall.
So you're the Grey Warden Lord Harriman brought in to replace his missing fighters. Oh,
You are quickly overstepping your welcome.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found... Where did you get those? I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe. I will be glad to thank you again.
Good. Remember, once the fight begins, the roster is final. No new additions are accepted, and all withdrawals are marked as losses. Go down to the... This is a glory proving. First up is Suvern of the Warrior Caste. Many of you...
In the name of House Aeducan and our future King Balin.
First Warrior... The winner is... That was an exciting start. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent. This... It...
Mate.
When you fall...
First one...
Let's get started.
Come, you can do that, man! The winner is... Well, that wasn't... Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent. This Aramont's champion cleared the stone, but we'll fight... First Warrior... The winner is... Aram, are you ready for your next opponent? This round, Matt Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face Wojciech Ivo and Valans. Last. You're going down. The winner is... Are you ready for your next opponent? This only two challenge. Each will need a full...
You fight well, but your judgment is questionable. The throne will never leave House Aeducan.
You honor me.
Last one stand... Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called. Do you deny this great... Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Harriman through this day.
You showed him. The ancestors are smiling on Lord Harriman today.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
I'll trust Vala.
Has the Elder Mage ever encountered another golem?
I suppose there used to be one deactivated one stored in the tower's vault. I wonder what became of it. After all that's happened to the Circle, I'd be surprised if it isn't completely destroyed.
Why was it deactivated? Did it crush some arrogant mage's head after one too many commands?
I do not know, Shale. Perhaps it is just irreparably broken.
You're the best
I think
wrangler
it's stayed
I've
in the
ever
tower
seen.
because no one could move
Or
it.
out there.
It is very, very old. I believe it came from Tevinter, a long...
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, undoubtedly to offer assistance to Lord Harrowmont.
If you're looking for Lord Doolin Forender, you'll find him in...
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, most likely to pay respects to the rightful king, Prince Balin.
You found it. Warden, you have my gratitude.
Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzammar's memories? Ask, and I shall do my best to answer. All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name. Branka is a paragon. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giatchet, trained his sons to defend. Shotgyar founded the artisans. Orzatjar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons. The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss? We traded, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Kal Sharok is the only other city to... When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. At the other side of the old... Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently. I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. Please, speak your mind.
Lord Harrowmont, said to have kicked Castellet in the street.
Lord Harrowmont is the voice of tradition and stability. Lord Balin is the voice of anarchy and ruin.
journey's not remembered now. Time-scarred, kneel among the embers now. Breathe life into this hollow vessel of rebirth. Over and over, beaten night, the peaceful earth, to light the fire's fall. Ignite the fire's fall, sisters of solace singing. Ignite the fire's fall, the morning bells are ringing, and deep in the crumbling walls, the souls of the cursed will fall. Though kingdoms will fade, decay, the ghosts of the past shall stay locked away. Ignite the fire's fall, sisters of solace singing. Ignite the fire's fall, the morning.
Atros, I must thank you for bringing both Maisel and Guidon back into the fight. His lordship, there can no longer be any doubt where... If you're ready, Lord Harrowmont will see you now. His lordship is...
I appreciate what you have done, Warden. And I am Lord Pyral Harrowmont, and I thank you for your efforts to help me preserve King Endrin's throne. You may not know the story, but Balin is actually the youngest of three. Endrin's eldest, Trian, was murdered in the Deep Roads not a year ago. His middle son was found standing over the body and was exiled. But I've always found it suspicious that Balin knew just where to look. Endrin loved his sons too much to voice such suspicions. But he knew Balin's only interest in ruling was to further his own power. Balin resents me because I did not believe his setup. I wanted a full investigation. It speaks poorly of Balin that Endrin himself was the first to think that he should not be trusted. I have never sought the throne. My role was to serve Endrin, first as his advisor, then as Harrowmont has never been king, and I always assumed Trian would rule after his father. But both Endrin and my colleagues have asked me to step up, and I will not back down when Orzammar needs me. The Assembly represents the voice of... While we need a single king to preside over important functions and lead us in battle, the Assembly better represents all in Orzammar. Ultimately, the Assembly decides what troops to send. If they no longer fear civil war, they'll have no reason to hold back. If you want my support to count, I will have to be king. And right now, have you heard of a woman named Jarvia and the criminal carter she runs? The Assembly receives pleas every day from the common folk. Jarvia hides her base in Dusttown. If you would help me in this, it would show the Assembly that I, and not Balin, have the ability to defend and rule this city. Look for Jarvia in